Netiks 360 Bank KYC Onboarding with Copilot Studio and Agentic AI.
In this demo, we will show how customer onboarding becomes faster and completely hassle-free using Agentic AI. Demonstrate how an AI agent handles forms, compliance checks, and approvals automatically. Reveal how smart technology simplifies and enhances every interaction. And for this, we will walk you through a smooth banking KYC onboarding process from start to finish. This demo will leverage Dynamics 365 CRM and Copilot Studio to orchestrate the onboarding process. In our scenario, we are onboarding a potentially high-risk customer, and we will start off by creating a lead inside of Dynamics 365 and saving it so the agent can start the onboarding process. The agent will start off by creating an onboarding application. When we access this application, we can see that it is initiated and is currently at the compliance check stage, and the PAPML and risk statuses screening are in progress. Now that the screening is complete, indicated by the green tick and the summaries of each compliance check being available, since we have a high-risk customer in this scenario, the agent is going to create a compliance case. We open this record, then we can see the details of the compliance case, after which the compliance officer will receive an approval email for manual validation. The agent will wait for the compliance decision before taking the next action, and the compliance officer can then proceed to approve or reject this compliance validation after performing the necessary checks, which will trigger Copilot Studio Agent to continue with the onboarding process. Since the compliance officer is submitting an approval, going back to the compliance case and refreshing it, we can see that it is resolved, and the compliance officer decision and comments are noted down in the compliance decision and compliance reason. Going back to the KYC application and refreshing it, we can see that the compliance case is resolved and the KYC application itself is at the final approval stage for the manager to either approve or reject the customer. Going back to the customer, the AI agent decides to update the customer information with all the information collected during the onboarding process via a web form, an OCR scan, or an NFC scan. And then in turn, it sends us an email that contains a Word document of the completed KYC application of this customer, which we can download, print, or send accordingly. Once the manager approves the KYC application, the customer status is updated from pending to approved, and we can see this through the green tick and summary next to the customer status. And if we go back to the customer record, we can see that it is qualified. Now we're going back to Copilot Studio to see how the Copilot agent is orchestrating the onboarding process, as in what actions it takes and when. And as you can see here, it's taking decision based on the instructions provided to it. We're going to rerun the agent with a test trigger, which is the new lead created or new customer created based on the run we did in the demo. Now that it is triggered, the agent is going to start the onboarding process. Also here you will get to see how efficiently and effectively the AI agent takes decisions and actions in the onboarding process. First, it is checking to see if it finds any OCR data for the customer, and if yes, then it will create a KYC application for the customer. Once created, it will proceed to check the PEP, AML, and risk status of said customer, and then proceed to update the KYC application autonomously based on the retrieved information and the power of prompt engineering. When done, since the customer is a potentially high-risk customer, the agent decides to create a compliance case based on the instructions provided to it in a similar situation, which will trigger the approval process on the compliance officer side. Once the compliance officer approves the case, the agent will continue based on a decision made by the compliance officer. In this case, it decides to update the lead and send us the KYC form through email. We can see the Word document here contains the completed KYC form of the customer, bearing in mind that the agent itself filled this application and sent it without any human intervention using an AI prompt. The Copilot agent then generates a KYC application summary and sends an email to the manager for customer final approval. What this means for you: orchestrate faster account opening and onboarding without repeated visits and forms, rely on accurate, secure verification that reduces errors automatically, save time by letting AI agents handle repetitive tasks efficiently, and benefit from a transparent and auditable process that's effortless and reliable.